What up, guys? It's Mike.
It's just Mina.
It's Jen.
Thanks for watching the Dynasty, and we wanted to do a review about the Great Wall movie because this is a movie that, as soon as it came out, was just neck deep in controversy, right? As soon as it was mentioned, really because this is a movie about ancient China, and all of a sudden the main character is Matt Damon, and so there's a lot of accusations about it being Hollywood whitewashing and not really casting, not using an Asian person, a Chinese person in a Chinese movie as the main role.
There's like two sides to this because Matt Damon, his character is not meant for an Asian person. It's actually meant for, he's supposed to be a European merchant. But the thing is that on the poster, the whole controversy started because it's only his face, only a white person's face on the Great Wall poster. And also the other actor, the lead role person, I think her name is Jing Tian, and she's Asian, but I think her face could have also been incorporated on the poster, and then maybe it would have like cut down on how.
Okay, well, let me talk about that for a second. First of all, I just want to say we haven't spoiled anything yet, but we're probably going to. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, this is going to be your warning. We're going to talk about the movie. Let me talk about the poster thing. This was controversial, but at the same time, if you go to China, most of the posters were the Asian faces because the Chinese actually, most of them, this is what people say, I don't know. I'm sure Matt Damon is a huge draw in China as well, but most of them are there to watch the boy band members who are also in the movie, right? So that's what they were advertising a lot in China on the posters.
So on the poster, they didn't have Matt Damon's face.
Not real. Well, they did, but they didn't really feature Matt Damon as much as here. Here, you're like, this is a Matt Damon movie. Right? Yeah. When we talked about this at the beginning, like a lot of Asian actresses and actors came out and spoke out about this, about the whitewashing. I'll tell you what, I do believe that, okay, this movie's intent, this character was supposed to be, like you said, supposed to be European merchant, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, I feel like how the movie kind of played out, I completely agree with Constance Wu and all of them saying this is a movie basically about a white person saving China.
And honestly, I expected the movie to be a lot better than it actually was because it was supposed to be a collab between this really great director in China.
Okay, I'll step in a little bit and say he's a great director, but I don't like him. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because he's like produced movies like House of Flying Daggers, etc. And then this collaboration cost so much money. It was like one of the most expensive films.
150 million.
Yeah, in Chinese, I don't know, history of China or something.
Well, this was also supposed to be his way into Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first like Hollywood China tie.
Yeah, but it was just like lackluster, no offense, but there wasn't no plot. It was like bland, and the acting, in my opinion, wasn't as great as I expected either. So
okay, well, I'll say this about the movie. The movie started out as actually kind of interesting because I'm like, yo, cool. This is like this got a lot of action, got a lot of explosion. So if you don't know what this movie is about at all, basically Matt Damon, his friend, is there to steal black powder, and that's really gunpowder. And look, it's not like this movie got everything historically wrong. Gunpowder was invented in the Song Dynasty, and where they were at, the time period was the Song Dynasty. And the female warriors, some people might be like, well, how come? That's actually a thing. Like Song Dynasty was also the time of Hua Mulan, young family clan, the female warriors of the young family clan. If you watch our other videos, they were all during the Song Dynasty. So they were battling against the Taotie, which were mythical Chinese monsters of greed. That was also accurate.
Oh, really? They called it? Oh.
Well, that's a real mythical monster in Chinese history.
Oh, okay. When I was about to watch this movie, I actually did not see the trailer. I probably should have seen it. And when they started talking about this Taotie, I thought it was going to be a real, actual mythical creature. And then when the monster came, I was so shocked because it was an alien, basically.
It looked like Starship Troopers.
It was so disgusting.
But yeah, that's a real mythical monster of greed. But of course, I don't know if it looks. I mean, whatever they can depict in the movie, that's fine. No problems with that. But then, as I'm watching the movie, especially towards the end, and then especially when all the Asian cast members start dying off, I'm like, wow, okay. All it's left is basically Matt Damon, and of course, not gonna kill the girl because she's beautiful and they don't want to kill her. But that's about it. And I'm rooting against like a love story towards the end. Not because I'm like, oh, I don't like it.
I did not want a love story to
No, that's
happen.
what I'm saying. I'm rooting against that.
Oh, I thought you said you're rooting for
No. I was rooting against a love story at the end. Not because I'm against, white people. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Okay? What I'm against, go ahead.
That'd be like the most generic thing ever.
Yeah.
If they ended
It
up
always
together.
happens.
Yeah.
It's basically white person comes save the day, gets the Chinese girl.
Yeah.
I did not want to see that, but although they didn't go that far as to be like, but they definitely made it to the point where like, they love each other now, right? That was the impression they left. So again, I don't care about interracial dating, whatever. I've dated white people, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, like it does give off at the end. It's like Matt Damon saves the day, he gets the girl.
Yeah, because part of his purpose of staying in the first place was partially because he was kind of attached to the girl at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other half was because he felt like he should fight with these Chinese people against something that was about to destroy the entire Chinese kingdom.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other half he was like, oh, I really like this girl. So
I really didn't feel like his conviction of staying was all that strong.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it wasn't like I felt like it wasn't like I was like, yo, you really should. I mean, you really should stay because he's so noble. I felt like it was more like after there was a scene where like she does this whole trust fall test.
Right.
Like after that, it was like I was like, man, Damon. So maybe you should just take the black powder and leave.
Yeah.
During that scene when they were talking about Xinyun, which is trust.
Yeah.
It lasted for like a whole 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It didn't make me feel
Yeah.
anything.
No.
And then, but apparently it made Matt Damon feel everything.
But
because right after that, he's like, I gotta stay, man. Like I can't like leave.
Do you know what that scene made me feel like though?
What?
It was kind of inappropriate for me. You know why? Because it made me feel like this female general, it just took him out and flirted with him for like 5 minutes. That's what it felt like to me. It felt like this general was like, hey, come on, let me flirt with you for 5 minutes. That's exactly what it didn't feel like she was trying to be like teach him. It was just like flirting. And this is kind of like, obviously the noble female warriors of Chinese past. Can you imagine Mulan actually? This is very Disney of this movie right here. Like Mulan's like, hey man, what is Mulan's love interest in that cartoon? Shenlong or whatever, that buff dude. And it's kind of like, hey, come here, let me teach you trust by flirting with you or whatever. That's kind of what it felt like to me. Although it was promoted in Asia, it was promoted more about the Asian characters, right? Asian actors. You got Andy Lau, who's uber famous. You guys know who he is? You guys probably know.
Wait, which one is that?
Andy Lau was the Junshi, was the scholar guy. He was like giving the military advice, right? So he was him, and then the boy band member was
Lu Han
Yeah.
from EXO. Super popular.
He's like what I like about that movie.
Right? Okay, so girls are there to see him, and a lot of Asians went to see him because apparently he's really popular in China. There's 2 boy band members, they said. I don't know who's the other one.
I don't know.
So yeah, and then you got William Dafoe, who's like a fantastic actor, and his role was just basically he didn't need to be there. Like I don't know why he was there. Like whatever. And it's just kind of crazy when. All right, so in Asia they're promoting all this. Go come see these actors, but then these roles for these Asian actors were so insignificant.
They all died.
Everyone died. The general died in like the first 10 minutes.
Okay, I didn't like that. I felt like he should have lived longer.
Yeah, well, he had to give command, to this young lady who looks 18, because apparently he read the story of Mulan. And then the boy band member got like 10 minutes in the movie. Like, did you like that? He was literally in there for like 10 minutes.
I like how he sacrificed himself. That was kind of.
He was there until the end.
But he was like sporadically in the movie. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't like, although they advertised him as like whatever, but he wasn't really in there that long. So at the end, it was only everyone dies. Everyone dies except for Matt Damon and the girl.
Yeah.
That's it. So to me, like, look. I had no problems with like the historical context of this whole thing. I had no problems with like with a lot of things that I don't feel like this was whitewashing in terms of purposely casting a white person for a Chinese role, but I do not like the fact that this is what a lot of people got right. Again, it's a white person saving China. It's like white. That part I didn't like. It was just like, okay, again, whole China was going to be destroyed. Literally, actually, the whole world was going to be destroyed because apparently these things can swim.
If it wasn't for Matt Damon, then the whole world would have had Yeah.
If it wasn't for Matt Damon and his magnet, this whole world would have been done. So that I didn't like. I feel like this movie, again, this movie got some horrible reviews. It was basically like, let's somehow find a way to shove Matt Damon onto a pedestal and have him save the world and have him, win the heart of this beautiful Chinese girl. That's like the whole plot. It's like, let's go do this. Let's go do this. A lot of people didn't like it. I mean, I was reading some of the reviews. Critics didn't like it. The people who went to see the movie didn't like it. I'll tell you guys, honestly, I'm just trying to be completely non-biased here. After the movie, what was your general feeling about it? Like, what was the good movies? You're like, after a good movie, you're like, oh, that's a good movie. What was your feeling about it?
I honestly told Jasmina, can we just go back to the theater and unwatch the entire movie? That's what I told her.
Yeah. You didn't like it?
Yeah.
I was like, I told you guys, I was like, that was a steaming pile of you know what. I was like, I mean, great action sequence. I feel like, they didn't really screw up the historical context, I guess, completely. But it was just not an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job with the color. The costumes were very nice. And I mean, the actors were like pretty and stuff, but still, it's just...
It felt like a whitewashed movie. The only difference was the character was supposed to be white. It felt like a Dragon Ball movie, Avatar, whatever. But I mean, it just felt like one of these movies where white person wins the day, white person gets the girl. It felt like that, except, they were supposed to cast a white person here. That's really the only difference. So, didn't love this movie. I feel like if Matt Damon had to do this again, I don't think he would. With all the backlash and all the reviews on this one.
Honestly, I thought his friend was funnier than him.
Oh no!
Did better than him.
Oh yeah, you needed that.
His friend.
He was hilarious.
Well, of course, you needed some. You needed the
the
sidekick. Yeah, he was funny. Yeah, and this was ultimately a huge fail for probably one of China's most popular directors. But actually, I don't like the guy, so I don't really care. So he didn't make it. I mean, this is considered a massive disappointment. I don't know how well it did in China. In the US, didn't do that well. So, and by the way, guys, if you didn't notice, I fought in the war. Yeah, damaged right here. I mean, this is the scar right here.
Scar from
I fought a tall tier. That was difficult. Yo, if I didn't kill that tall tier, it was gonna eat Matt Damon. I saved his life. So indirectly, I saved you anyway.
We should have saw it in 3D, and then that would have really worked.
Let us know what you think about this movie, guys. Have you seen it? If you haven't, or you want to see it, but if you've seen it, let us know if you agree with what we said, where you don't. Everyone can have their own opinions. This is just our opinion. You don't have to agree. Let us know your thoughts on the movie in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. See you later.